Hello everyone. My name is Prerna, and so I taught like uh, my profession is HR profession, and from starting of my career, I'm looking. I always looks into HR part, and so I always be a part of some like from the both side of table. I always be both side of table, like while giving also interview and while taking also interview. So I hope that this session will give you many more insights to how you can build your resumes and how you can start and how this session will help you to land on your first job. Okay, so yeah, that's all. Sir, we can start with the session.
So there are big confusions with the CV and the resume. So, ma'am,
Mm.
can you please give us a brief about what is the difference between the CV and the resume?
Yes. So, so when it comes to job, everyone says it resumes, okay. But the basic differences of CV and resume is like CV is for the what can we say, for the research or for academic purpose or higher study. Whenever we submit for higher studies or research, that will be a CV. It's called curriculum vitae. So that is for like detail about our education from basic education to our higher education. So it's detail about our academics. So that is why we call it curriculum vitae. Okay, and when it comes to job, so it's totally based on like it's basically it is short and mostly it is for 1 or 2 page focus. If we talk about focus, so that is called resume. And when freshers apply for resume, most of the freshers they apply as a CV. So for the fresher candidate, we can say that curriculum vitae because for the fresher they mostly focus their resume mostly focus on their academic. So for fresher, if it comes for fresher, then we can say CV, and for the experience or for fresher also we can say that resume part.
Okay, for freshers, we can have there is a lot of confusion about CV should not be more than 2 or 3 pages. So, as you have mentioned here, as a fresher, we can add a CV. So, will it be possible to extend it or move for more pages, or should I restrict it when sending to any employer? Anything specific?
No.
Like,
Actually, yeah. So when you're applying for a job, so for a fresher candidate, it not should be extended more than 1 page because
okay,
when we are going through resumes, okay. So if your resume is for 2 or 3 pages, then absolutely as a fresher, there are not that much thing that we should look into your resume. So for a fresher candidate, I will prefer 1 page resume is sufficient.
wow, thank you. Let's move on to the another question. It's about the first thing
Hmm.
as a TA you see in every resume.
Okay, so the first thing which we see in resume is structure and relevance. Like if your resume is not well structured, if it looks very cluttered, then it's absolutely no for that resume. Okay. And second is relevancy. Like if suppose if we are hiring for a full stack developer and we are looking for Python skill, right? And if there is no Python skill in that, so of course why we move with that resume, right? So the
Okay.
two things we mainly see relevancy and structure.
Wow. So when we deal with more professional
Hello.
profile like 10 to 12 years experience as well. So do you prefer the long resumes
Hello,
or the
Vishwajit,
short
are you there?
ones? Am I audible? Is there any?
Hello, hello.
Am I audible?
Ma'am, actually, your voice is fluctuating.
Have internet issue might be.
Okay. Hope I'm audible and visible well.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
sir.
are audible and visible.
Okay. So I think we have a little network issues, but let's continue.
Hmm.
Prerna ma'am, are you able to listen
Yeah.
to me? Yeah. So
Yes,
do you
yes.
prefer long resumes or the short one? Because we have some professionals here who have like 10 to 12 years of experience as well. So their resume extends up to like 3 to 4 pages. So which one as a TA
No,
you
of
prefer,
course.
long one and short
Of
one?
course. Okay, so see, it is for the if the candidate is for fresher, then of course for the fresher candidate, the resume should be only one page. Okay, and if you have experience of more than 10 or 15 years of experience, then you can use like of course then there will be you have to mention your skills and knowledge absolutely in your resume. So for the experience who has 10 or 10 plus years of experience, then for that person your resume should be extended. But for fresher and for the candidate who has 3 to 4 or 5 years of experience, then your resume should be one page, 1 or 2 page, not much more than that.
Not more than that. Okay. Any questions from the attendees? Because ma'am is here giving a valuable insight. So, do you have any question related to the length of the resume?
Uh, Vishwajit sir, actually, I have a question.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, Suraj sir.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, na in this, I just want to ask to madam that what the HR
Mhm.
person is looking into our resume to select the person
Exactly.
particularly.
We are coming to that point as well. Yes, yes, yes. Ma'am, with relevance to this question, we need to ask a very finite question for the first, that how much time do you take to reject or select the resume?
Okay, so
And on what basis?
hardly one. Okay, okay. Hardly we will take 1 or 2 second because a resume
Wow.
speaks instantly, right? So when it comes to scanning the resume or screening the resume, if when we open resume, we see the first thing we see is structure. If your resume is not well structured, then there is strictly no to that resume. And once your resume looks structured, then we looks into that relevancy to the job description. Like the skills we require is there in the resume, then we go to the relevancy part. The first part is we looks into structure. If your resume is scattered, then it will be difficult for me to search where you have mentioned your skill, where you have mentioned your education. So that is the main part.
Hi, ma'am. So, how do you define as well structured? What is the definition of that?
Well structured. Okay. So well structure is like the font you're using in your resume, it should be only in one font. Like many of candidate would do now. So most of the copy paste their resumes. Okay, so it's mostly happen for the fresher and when we go for campus hiring. So most of the student what they do, so they copy a resume of their friend. So if you are copy, so you should use the font which you have mentioned, which your friend has mentioned. If I am using Arial font and you are copying the font of Times New Roman, so it will clearly shown to us, right? So it will be very easy to catch you, like how you are building your resume and how you are writing your skills.
Okay, so
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 well
basically,
structure in
yes,
yes.
sorry. So basically, even I have come across many of the resumes because I work in one of the NBFCs, and usually even I go through
Okay.
those resumes. But I see, that the people have a habit of using different fonts where the heading is used in Time Romans and the below description is written in Arial. So how do you look this?
Hmm. If you are talking about headings and the content in between the resume, then these are two different parts. So if I'm looking into your career objective part, and in the career objective part, first two lines is written in Times New Roman, and second two lines written in Calibri, then that will be completely visible, right? So,
Oh,
and many of them what do, if you are from same college or same class, so what they do, they copy paste each and every part. And when it comes to skills, so if you suppose if Vishwajit sir have Python and Angular skill, and I have Node.js and Java skill, so they only change that two words, Java and Angular. So that will be completely visible, because you are not even bother to change that lines also, right? So that will be completely visible. So uh, that should be like, candidates should be more careful while returning their skills and building their resumes.
and I
I
just
would
want.
also like to add about like structure, what Amit sir said. It should come up with the context first. So
Hmm.
that was my next question, because do you really throw out those resumes who don't, which doesn't have the context details at the top of the resume or not?
Uh, So I would like to make a small change in that. So it should not be like your contact details or email ID or any contact details should not be mentioned on the top of the part. But as we firstly looks into, like, while after your resume, that I what first thing we do, we call candidate if your resume got shortlisted. So it should be good if your contact details should be in the upper side or in the header side of your resume. Okay, but if you have not mentioned your resume, your contact details and your email ID, not in what can I say, not in resume, then yes, instantly we throw out that resume, because you will be shocked how many resumes don't even have phone numbers or a correct email IDs. Because without that, even if you are a best fit, we can't reach you, right? So like and how that is the main concern. Like, if you are applying for a job, so many candidates put the number which will be always switch off, and which are not reachable, which are not recharged. So how you can be so careless about this part?
So it is must to have name, mobile number, and email at least. So anything else you can drop down
Yes.
to direct to the bottom of the resume, right?
Uh, Sir, actually, I have one more question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Prerna ma'am, is there any machine or for scanning the resume?
Sorry, I
Is
missed
there
out
is there any machine
your question.
HR is using machine for scanning the resume instead of looking front of physically or something like that? Are you using
Okay, so
such type of machine
so
for scanning?
we cannot say a machine. Yes, we cannot say machine, but it is software. We call it ATS. So ATS is applicant tracking system. So when, like, not every company use ATS, but if you are applying for a multinational or a large scale organization, then obviously they use this kind of software. So ATS is like a filtration kind of thing. So when large amount of resumes apply, so they will use ATS as a filter.
If
Yeah.
I'm having
Sir and
5
ma'am, I
minutes,
So
have a
then
in
question.
ATS,
then
Yeah.
uh, ma'am, what is the main content we have to mark or we have to attend that our resume will selected? Hello? Is my voice is audible, ma'am?
Sorry, can you just repeat your question?
Ma'am, I just want to ask,
Yes, you are audible.
you told me that the application, ATS application. So in this ATS application, what we have to mention in our
Hmm.
resume that will highlight or it will be selected. Like font and everything is
Yes,
okay,
yes, that
but
is the
instead of
that.
font, content is need to be prepared very well. Content, na. So it will be selectable or not. It depends on
Right.
that content.
So it's
We will select or not.
okay, okay. So like that will be like this is a very great good question actually. So what happened? I mean, very when we apply through ATS. Okay, so ATS is like you can say AI system or you can say filtration, which way like how it works. If we talk about how it works, so suppose I am applying for a particular job sector and we already mentioned what skills and what requirement we have for the open position. Mention I require Python developer. So Python developer. So of course, in and you are applying as a Python developer, but you have skill of Java developer. So you are already mentioned all Java skills in your resume. And whenever I have mentioned Python, so resume will catch only the skills that which we require. Only so if in your resume you have not mentioned Python any single one, single word, then how will that ATS catch, right? So if it is totally depends like how it if we talk about how it works, huh? So it- what can I say? Mm, just give me a minute.
So it's all about
Okay, so
relevance.
if yes, it's all about relevancy. So like from your resume, 80 to 90% percent resume, if your is matching with the relevancy of job description, then and then only your resume is filtering out and reaching out to the company's HR, and after that you will only get the call back. But if your resume is not matching with the ATS part, then your resume only rejected that part only. So many applications get filtered out due to mismatch with the job requirement or through automated applicate like ATS.
Prerna ma'am, may I say something?
Yes,
See, basically, I
yes,
have
yes, sure.
experience. Okay, I have seen across resumes. Yeah, but what I feel like, because normally people have only one single resume, which they keep on sending to each and every whatever they see the position wherever they keep on sending the same kind.
Mm-hmm. Right, right.
But but in this open forum, I would say or suggest, always create your resume as per the JDs what you come across, and you need to try to create a resume in such a way that it should fit that JD, because when the ATS come, ATS will
Yes,
have events, kind of I would say they capture the certain words. So you need to ensure those words which are already there in
yes,
the
yes,
JD resume, and that is where you stand out, in terms of ATS. Once you do the application, so this is more on the written
yes,
part. I would say equally you should have that kind of experience also when you go for a, I would say face to face round, or kind of a, I would say online interview. But you should have that. You should carry that experience and that kind of a knowledge which you present in your resume.
Wow, that was amazing. We have this two important
yes.
parameters over here. First is the structure where you come up with all
Mm.
these parts like contact details, career objective, then education, and then we have lots of skills with us. And the second part is about relevance. So we are screening the job description very well. And as Prerna ma'am and Amit sir said, that relevance is all about job description and we need to craft it. So we will take another session next Saturday, maybe uh, only about how to craft your resume with AI to fight with ATS. Am I really on the track, Prerna ma'am? So we'll have a special
Yes,
session
yes.
on that to
So,
get this kind of input. Yes, Vivek sir.
Hi, Pranav. I'm having a one simple question. I'm having 5.4 years experience. So how much my resume should be
okay.
long? It should be in a
So,
one page or two
okay.
page.
Hmm. Okay, okay. So, so it it when it comes to experienced person, so in a resume, your experience part will become first after your basic contact details. Okay, so so it now again it depends if you are in a suppose I'm just giving example. Don't take it personally. Okay, so if you are from last 5 years, you are only in one company. You are not switch your company for, since last 5 years. So it will
It's two
completely
companies.
based
Two
on
companies.
your. Okay, so if it two companies, then it totally based on your your work you have did. You should mention in that resume. And I don't like. I think your resume should not exceed beyond 1.5 page, because it's totally focus. You should make your resume which should be morely focused on the work you have work you have did. Okay, so
But whenever
I
I'm
think your
trying to
resume should
make
not
my
be
resume,
exceed beyond 1.5.
but
Sorry,
whenever
sorry, can
I'm
you
trying,
just
I'm trying to,
hmm, hmm, hmm,
make a resume, so it will going on 3 pages. So that's why I'm asking, because everything is content. It's important: education, qualification, proficiency, technical
hmm,
skills, non-technical skills,
hmm, hmm, hmm,
and
hmm, hmm.
some all
Okay,
important points. So we can't let.
May I?
okay. So when can I just answer that question, and
Yes,
after that
please.
we can go ahead. Yeah. So my suggestion to you is like. First, you go through your CV, what you are adding and how you are adding, and how you are going how you are consuming spaces and where you are consuming spaces. So I will suggest you like after your contact details, first go through your experience part, and after that add your technical skills. So, and if you are talking about education part and everything, I don't think for the education part and everything, you will be you should use 3 or 4 lines much more than that, because you don't need, as an experienced person, you don't need to add your academics from the 10th or from the 12th. You do, because as you are experienced and you have completed your bachelor or post graduation degree, so you just mention your last degree over there, and when you have pass out, so that will
And
be hardly
certifications
take
also.
2 or 3 lines. Yeah, so the
Certifications also.
certification part you can mention, but if that's are more relevant to your JD, like that will be more relevant. If only add only if when that are more relevant to your profile, and that
Exactly.
will
Means
only
if you are
that.
planning for
Hmm,
something which is related to the job description, that should only be added in, because
yes,
let's
yes, yes.
revisit Amit sir's point as well. If it is not that much
Hmm,
effective, because if you're talking about, in my case, I'm also an assistant professor and former TA uh, professional, so I could not include too much jargons or TA profile related
yes,
profiles to the resume when I'm asking for the job of professor. So that is also an important parameter. So you need to skip some certifications for that position.
yes,
I hope Vivek that answers your
Yes,
questions very
clear.
well. So
Yes, yes,
you are
clear.
And
requested, if you have any confusion, so please do share. Means all of us, I'm appealing to all of you. Please share resume along with the job description to which you would like to apply for,
should be
because
aligned.
it is not only the resume, it is also along with a JD.
JD.
right. And there's one thing I would like to add here, because I have seen people, they mention lots of their daily tasks, what they do daily, what kind of work they.
Yes,
Thing I see because they just lengthen their resumes, but as when we do the screening, normally we don't see what you do, because normally we see what you are doing right now, what your achievement you have done, what changes you have brought into the
yes,
organization. These are
Hmm.
the three factors what we see
Yes.
when we hire for any the position. But this kind of a daily kind of this is they show like daily they do reporting, they prepare MIS, they
Yes.
do this is
Monitoring. Mhm.
actually because we understand because with that position this is a normal task they have to do, right? This is expected from them, but we need to only see what differentiation you have created in your role in your past organization, which which makes me like I would like to hire you in this position. So this is what I would say, this is what we see when we go through the resume.
To summarize Amit sir's point as well, we need to only highlight the achievements and those into the numbers only. So not it should not go with like essay. No one is interested to
Hmm.
means like judge
Right.
you with all the daily tasks you have. So achievements is the part you need to add and must add with some numbers. Hope you both experts are agree with me.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So let's come to another point here. So I would like to ask Prerna ma'am about how many candidates apply for the jobs and they never get a feedback or the hear back from the HR. So how does this happens?
Okay, so like this is like genuine concern. Like various candidate asked me this question also. So like but there are multiple reasons behind it. For a single position, we receive a very high volume of resumes, making it impossible. Like making makes it impossible to call everyone, and many applications get filtered out through the mismatch of their resume with the JD, as we discussed earlier also. And if you are applying for a multinational company or a large volume company, so obviously they automated rejected through ATS system. Okay. And if your resumes lacks relevant keywords as like, so it obviously, so your resume is getting rejected. And so as I only can say, like, this is genuine concern, but as an recruiter and as an TA part, I must say, like, it will be difficult to, and it is not difficult, it is impossible to call each and every person. So how they can get like how they can hear back from HR. So if your resume is not matching with requirement and through ATS it is not coming to us, so it will be really difficult.
Wow, thank you so much, ma'am. The last and
Mhm.
most important question for this session is about is the photo is needed to be added into the resume? Is it really a necessity? Please do elaborate with this.
Okay, okay. So, see, when we are applying for the job, so it's totally based on our potential, like how our skills, our knowledge are matching with the company requirement, right? So it's not about like why to add photo. It will when and if it goes to ATS now, so the ATS is not able to scan or read it. ATS can't read it, so it directly goes into rejection part through ATS, if we go through ATS. And when it comes to very basic, why to add photo? Because HR or TA person are not going to select or reject through your photos or through your face structure. It's not kind of thing, right? So it is not mandatory, or it is not it is no need, I will say. So I will suggest it is no need to add your photos on resume,
Okay, so we can send it
because
as an attachment to the mail.
should be simple, clean, and professional. Yes. No, no, no. You don't need to add photos with your resume.
Okay. So that was a fabulous interaction with Prerna ma'am, and I do request to all the participants to come up with their questions in Q&A session available. And you can also, if not possible, you can paste it in the chat room so that we can continue this session for the next weekend as well. Hope you have liked it, and I will just shortly send you the feedback form and which things you like the most and which things you need to be like being more improvising in our session. And we will be doing this every weekend because there are lots of things we can just improve in ourselves by having this kind of discussion of 40 minutes. So 40 minutes are the time is this is the time where we can improve ourselves. I hope everyone agrees.
Yes, yes, we should. Yes, sir.
So are there any questions from your side? Because we are going to conduct this session again, so please, I request all of you to paste your questions into the chat room so that we can continue for the next Saturday as well. And it will be on the same time, 7:30. And if you are having a different time slot very convenient for you, please do post those timings as well. We'll try our best to accommodate at your timings. But make sure you are typing here in the chat box or Q&A session. So we will be continuing this. And these recordings are available over our official YouTube channel as well, the LinkedIn handle as well. So if you are not that much comfortable talking right now, you can just comment there as well or in the chat box. So I would like to invite few guests about their feedback about this session at the meeting itself. Anyone interested, please turn on your mic and camera to give us an insight about what you have got in today's session.
Yeah, which is this is Amit here. I believe this was something great for each and everyone, especially for the new, I would say, job aspirants, people who are looking out for change or who have just started their career. And this will surely help them in terms of crafting their resumes going forward, because these people might be have gone through certain situations where their resumes might not have been shortlisted, or somewhere right recently they might have applied. But crafting the resume based on the JD, I know it's a tedious task to because there are 10 jobs available and you need to create 10 different resumes. But if you want the right job in place, if you want to be in the right place, so you have to do that. That is what they need to understand, because you cannot just be kind of a one resume can give you 10 different jobs. You have to have 10 different resumes as per the JDs available, or the post positions available in the market. You have to work accordingly to that, because I've seen, because this ATS, what Prerna have already told you, because most of the companies they use ATS also, and they normally just see the word matching with the JDs or the task matching with the JDs, which they normally capture in the resumes, and that is where they bring up the score for that. It gives a score, a scoring it gives, and it shows this is the highly qualified resumes. So we need to have this kind of resumes and understanding going forward, and this have helped a lot, I would say, because normally people don't discuss these things, because everyone says AI में डालो resume बना लो, वो तो बन जाते हैं, right? Resume बन जाते हैं, you have the experience. But AI में आप एक काम कीजिए, right now I will tell, आप JD भी डालिए और अपना resume भी डालिए, and tell
Exactly.
AI to create the resume based on the JD. बट सिर्फ वो उठा के फॉरवर्ड मत कीजिए, अंडरस्टैंड एआई ने आपको सिर्फ दिया है बना के. You have to see whether your current job profile, what you're doing right now, or your experience, your knowledge matches which the AI has created for you, or you can tweak the words accordingly, and then you can share the resume.
Wow,
That,
wow, that was really a fabulous insight. I request all of you to follow Prerna ma'am's and Amit sir's guidance, because this session will continue for the next weekend with extra add-on. What questions we have already tackled here will not be discussed there. We will be talking more about JD and aligning the relevance part. We have also special videos about the structure part. If you are missing that thing, we will be sharing the link to you through WhatsApp as well as email. And for relevance part, we will be having a next session on Saturday 7:30. I request all of you to join the same. Thank you so much for joining, and Have a great evening today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.